Well, this is Judy, Wichita County, state of Washington. And this is the second day of arm exercises. Well, as you can see, I need them. But the main reason I'm doing it, sure, I'd like to look better, be able to wear short sleeves, maybe even a sundress. But the main reason I'm doing it is gardening. I love to garden, and I'm not going to be able to do that unless I develop some strength. I can't tell you how hard this is on me. I've been through lung cancer, chemotherapy, a couple heart attacks. My husband had dementia, and I was his caregiver for 10 years. He passed away this last July. And it's in my shoulders. Oh, thank God for rest time. Get it all wiggling and going. Oh my God. But see that? Well, right now I cannot lift. Well, I can lift, but I can't sustain lift. And when you're working in the garden and in the greenhouse, you need to be able to do that. And it's a real challenge. I mean, a tray of plants weighs 25, sometimes 30 pounds. And I grow hundreds of plants. I have a big garden, small orchard. I live off grid on 20 acres. Exercise in or quit. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I need longer breaks. I have to stop for a minute. Oh. 15. It's in my shoulders. 18. 19. But getting back to the garden, if I don't have more strength in my arms, I'm not going to be able to do the work. I know I'm old. I'm 76 years old. Oh, thank goodness for 30. Oh. And it's important to me that I'm able to do that. If I can't, like I said, there's a lot of chores to do on the property like this. And the way to do that is you have to be pretty strong. Now, this is my second day, and boy, I'm really feeling this in my shoulder, which means that's my weakest link. I know. They said I can get, according to this little video on YouTube, for correcting flabby arms and getting muscles. Oh. 6. If I keep this up for 8 days, tricep pull. 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I keep this up for 8 days, I can get rid of my flabby arms and develop muscle. Well, I think that means being able to do it. So you've already got some strength there. And it's kind of more designed, I think, for younger, more fit people. Well, I'm figuring that maybe it's going to take me double that. Instead of 8 days, maybe 16 days or 30 days or whatever it goes. But I'm going to stick with it. And we're going to find out if this works. Because that sucks. Hate it. But mostly I hate just not being able to do the lifting and stuff I want to do. The next exercise is showing is with dumbbells. 2, go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'm only using 2-pound weights. So this is only 4 pounds. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we're going to find out. At this point, my goal is just to be able to get to the end of the exercise program without collapsing. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Now, when my husband had, like I said, he passed away this last July. He had dementia, heart condition, and cancer. And I was his sole caregiver. Ooh. Which meant a lot of the chores weren't getting done. A lot of the maintenance wasn't being done on the property. And now I need to play catch up. And that's what I'm going to be doing. Oh. 2. This is easier. I liking this a little bit better. But since I wasn't able to keep up on the maintenance, I've ended up with a mess. Yesterday, we had to go in. I had to go in and rebuild the chicken coop. Now, neighbor of mine came over, and he's 72, and he helped me get that done. Let him do this. And we found the hole that the coyotes got into, because they killed off about 40 of my chickens. So now I thought I had 6 hens and a rooster left, but turns out I have 7. Another hen showed up. So she escaped and, I don't know, went in a tree or something. But she was wanting to go back in and get her feed this morning. And holes been fixed, and in fact, all new wires been put up. So that is one more chore out of the way. But, rest time. But there's a lot to be done. And to do that, I have to have the physical strength and stamina to get it done. And so I'm doing exercise programs, working. Oh, you can see my backside on this one. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nothing this exciting. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, exercise is pull down. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2. So, I'm trying to get back in shape. And I just thought I could use some encouragement. So, I decided to do these on YouTube. So, every morning, I will be posting a new video on me, and hopefully, you'll see me getting stronger and doing more. Because just lifting my arms up over my head like this is a struggle. And it shouldn't be. Oh, thank God for rest time. It isn't very long. I could use it long enough to have a nice cup of tea. Okay. But again, 2-pound weights, one in each hand. 2, 3, 4. But I really have to get the strength back in me. And if you join me and want to do these, that would be even more fun. But if you can just send me, thank God, Jude, you did it today. Judy, you need to get stronger. Let's get out and go. I'm a firm believer that sitting on the couch and doing nothing much is the worst thing in the world for our bodies. Exercise. In 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3. I think we just did that. But sitting down doing nothing, it's so hard on you. And I did a lot of that because if I walked away from my husband for 5 minutes, he would disappear. That man could get out, and it was amazing. When he was in the house, he couldn't find the toilet. He couldn't get out of the chair without help. He couldn't walk across the floor. Turned my back, and let me tell you what, that man was gone. One day, he got out of the house, climbed a 4-foot stock fence, went down the hill, climbed another 4-foot stock fence, got down on the road, and he thought he was directing traffic. Now, I got to tell you, if I see 5 cars in a day, I think we've got a traffic jam out here. There was no traffic. But he's standing out there and he's telling people, stop, go here, go there. There were no people, there were no cars, but he was directing traffic. Well, I finally got the car, went down the hill, asked him what he was doing. Says, can't you see I'm working? 2, 1, go. 1. Well, so I got him in the car, told me it was his lunch break, and took him to town, got him lunch. He really liked a little Chinese place here in town, in Goldendale. So we did that. By the time I got him home, he had forgotten. And he had forgotten that he could walk, that he could get himself out of the car. You know. So I had to go get his walker, get him in. One day he got out, and for reasons that nobody understands, certainly not me, he went out and disconnected the pump, water pump to the well, reconnected it, and reversed the polarity. So he put the hot wire on the ground. Oh, and the ground on hot. Well burned up. Well pump burned out. That's like $3,000. And you have to get on a list to get it done. So I was having to haul water for about, wow, almost 3 months. Now this was harder on me without the weights. So we'll see. So I was pretty well stuck having to watch him 24/7. This is hard. I know they're only 2-pound weights. Oh, what we're gonna do? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, he did a lot of that. One time he got out in the middle of the night. I have alarms on the door, but evidently I was tired and I slept through it. And if it hadn't been for the dog raising pain, I wouldn't have known he was out. Oh my. Better make it. Oh, ah, oh, thank God. It's over for today. Ah, who would have thought that? But anyway, he got out and the dog was raising a fuss. I went in, he was gone, and it was cold. It wasn't freezing like it is now, but we were getting frost in the morning, so we were down in the 40s, 30s and 40s. And so I got in, called the local sheriff's office, let him know he was on the path again, didn't know where. It was the middle of the night, so I tried not to call my neighbors because you can wear that out in a hurry, let me tell you. So I got in the car, and my dog, by the way, is supposed to stay with him, but he's not allowed to leave the property. And he was trained as a pup never to leave the property. Well, so on our 20 plus acres, he'll go anywhere he wants, and he would go with it Dan wherever he was going. But once he left the property, he wouldn't, so he'd come back to get me. So I got in the car and I went up Badger Gulch, a little dirt road out here because that's the last place I'd found him. And he wasn't there. So I went up Old Mountain and I went uphill first and he wasn't there. So I went downhill and I finally found him. Almost 3 miles from the house. Well, there he is in his disposable underwear, a t-shirt, and one sock. Like I said, this is a man that I have to help out of a chair, that I have to remind him to eat or feed him. And he had taken off. And he got all that distance. And he was all dirty. You could see where he had fallen several times and stuff. So I got him in the car, brought him home. He was cold. So I put him in a nice hot shower. And by the way, my house isn't equipped with handicap showers. So I had a shower stool in there and a slide board so you can set him down on it and slide him onto the stool. So I got him in the shower, nice hot shower, and got him cleaned up, put clean clothes on him, sweats, sweatshirt, Long Johns. Well, so that, I don't know, maybe an hour out, a little after, more than that, the police show up, and and the officer comes in. He goes, "Well, I need to interview him and make sure he's all right." I said, "Fine, there he is." So he comes in and he asks, "Mr. Wilson, what happened to you?" And he goes, "Was I went on a mount. I went mountain climbing, and I fell down the mountain, and then I got down and I found the road, and I was walking home, and these people came up and they robbed me, and they stole my clothes and everything." And the officer's writing it down like it actually happened. I'm going, "Officer, can I speak to you over here just a minute?" Said, "First of all, he was not robbed. He did not climb a mountain. He has fallen down a couple of times. And I think what he did was he went out through the back door, over another 4-foot stock fence, crossed 5 acres, over another 4-foot stock fence onto our neighbor's property, and they have a steep bank. And I think he fell down the bank. And then he got up, and he was right there on Old Mountain Road, and he walked in. And he had on disposable underwear, a t-shirt, and one sock. That's He was cold. He was on the verge of hypothermic, so I stuck him in a hot shower and got him dressed. He goes, "Well," he said his wallet was stolen. I said, "Just a minute." Went in, got his wallet, said, "Here it is." Opened it up, see his ID, everything's there. The man has dementia. You haven't been out before. Some of your other officers probably can tell you what's going on. Well, he insisted that he had to go to the hospital. Well, since he's covered by Medicare and VA, they both denied it, by the way, refused to pay their claim, because the new policy for dementia is no care. I don't care what anybody tells you, unless you can afford $7,000 to $10,000 a month for living conditions, a lockdown basically for people with dementia, you're on your own. The doctors won't see you, the hospitals won't treat it. They're just, our hospital here in town has a no dementia policy. I have been told to take him and leave the emergency room because they don't deal with dementia. It's against the policy. Sorry, but let me tell you what, if you've got a person in your family with dementia, you need all the help you can get. And so do they. But if you get anything, they give you tranquilizers so that they're even less them than they were before. I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I know it's a sad part. Well, I want to thank you today for joining me, Judy, in Clickitat County in Washington State, trying to get strong enough so I can do my chores and especially my garden, so I can keep my homestead here. And yes, I'm off grid, wind and solar. It's important to me. So if you would join me, encourage me, and if you want to exercise, and maybe I can motivate you to get up off the couch. Because sitting down, trying to take care of my husband is what got me in this shape. Well, chemotherapy didn't help either. But I thank you very much. And please come and join me again. Like I said, Judy, Clickitat County, Washington State. Oh, would you hit subscribe and like for me, please? Thank you very much. And you have yourself a wonderful day. Now, I'm not good at this stuff, so I have to look at everything and find out where it's at. I know, big beginner. And beginning at 76 years old, so I think I should be applauded. See you guys later. Bye bye.